Hey y'all, welcome back YouTube for another deck tech. Today we're doing Jeskai, Yorion, Blink, extra turns, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, Jeskai, Yorion. Before we get started into the deck tech, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like, that notification on the video. Check the description of the video. As always, it has the Stream Decker link so you can export this to Arena easily. Has my Twitch if you want to follow me on Twitch or watch me live play these decks. Yeah, the deck watch, it has all the links, little bit of description of the deck. But yeah, check the description, hit that subscribe button, and let's get into the deck tech. All right, so what Kaldheim out, we decided, I mean, obviously, Showdown of the Skalds is quite the card. So I wanted to build a more of a like a tap out control deck with this rather than the decks that you're seeing, either Boros aggros, red aggro with Showdown, or Naya Adventures, whatever you want to. I wanted to try something different. So we did a more of a tap out kind of control deck with it. And so here's the deck. So right off the bat, we're playing four caskets. This is against like all the aggro decks in the format. It's a great card. And then you have Yorions to blink it. So if you target tokens, you have Yorions to blink it. Put stuff down. Omen of the Sea, obviously we're in blue. It's a great card. It's blink, it's scry, draws. We have four of those. Three Omen the Forges, just because we're in Jeskai and we can blink this. I've won games with this just by doing the damage to them, blinking with Yorion, and redoing the damage to them again. It's a great card. It does 2 damage to creatures, 2 mana flash. We have 2 Omens. This one's a little less just because the 1/1 tokens probably might not matter as much as just killing, say, like an edge wall or something like that. Or what is the other guy? The 1/1 can't be blocked by 2 power or less guy. The haste guy, whatever his name is. 4 Skyclave apparitions. This one, I'm trying it as 4 of. I mean, it could probably easily just go down to 3, but I'm giving it a whirl at 4 just to see it, because obviously it's a great card. 4 cost or less, and it exiles. I mean, it's just a great card all around, but I'm trying it as a 4, and let's see if it works that way. We have 2 Glasspool Mimics, and so the reason for Glasspool Mimic is it can be used as copy of a Skyclave apparition. It could be used as a land, or I'm also running 2 Dream Trawlers. So you can use this and copy Dream Trawlers. It can also copy Yorion. Obviously, Yorion's legendary, so you'll have to sacrifice Yorion. But what you can do is you can copy Yorion, the one that's already in play, keep that in play, and then you can start blinking multiple times. But God's Pool Mimic is mainly there to kind of copy Dream Trawler or Skyclave Apparition, and it has the effect of maybe doing Yorion. For Showdown of Skalds, this card's a very powerful card. It gives you extra cards, and it's a good card. And since we're at tap out control and not a counter spell control, it works very well with this deck because we can just play the cards on our turn. We actually have 0 instant speed cards in the deck, so we're playing everything at sorcery speed with this deck. So that's why it's good in this deck. 3 Narsets. This is a way to help us with Showdown. If we play this, they Narset turn 4, we play Showdown turn 5. We can use extra mana on the turn, so we'll play almost all the cards, hopefully by the next turn. It's a win condition, it ramps us, it draws us, it's a removal. We're in Jeskai, so it's a great card. I'm doing only 3 Doom Scars here just because I have 4 Caskets, 3 Forges, 4 Skyclave Apparitions, 3 Narsets, 4 ECDs. So I'm only doing 3 Doom Scars here, but if you're starting to play like a lot of aggro or anything like that, just you could easily up this to 4. You could probably take out one of the Skyclaves and put this to 4. Or you could take out this. I mean, it's really up to you how you want to do it. Oh, excuse me. For ECDs, this is another one that I wanted to play as a 4 of to try to test it out. All the decks previously I've played, either Abzan Yorion or Dance of the Man's Esper Yorion, whatever, any of those decks that I was playing ECD in, I was always only running it as a 3 of. But I wanted to see what Kaldheim to see if this card is good as a 4 of or as a 3 of. So we're trying 4 of in the beginning. We'll see how the matches go, and I might change this to a 3 of if it doesn't go so well. If I draw this and I don't need this, we'll see how it goes. But we're trying it as 4 of. 4 Yorion, 3 in the deck, 1 as a companion. Just because we have so much blink targets, we have Caskets, Omens, Skyclave. And then there also the main reason why I put it in 4 of is because you could blink Showdown of the Skalds. So you could keep using this extra draw power. So that's the reason, the main reason why I put 4 is because Showdown of Skalds. 2 Shark Typhoons is there against control decks, against rogue decks. And that's the other thing. So if you start like shaving some of these cards, like, you know, Elspeth's Nightmare, Skyclave, you can easily take this up to 4 instead, and that might be better. But I wanted to try a 2 of just because against the aggro decks, Shark Typhoon's not great. But against the rogue decks, Shark Typhoon's very great. So I figured let's split the difference and put it at 2 and see how it works. If I'm playing against a lot of rogue decks, I would easily just cut a Nightmare and put a Shark Typhoon in. So we'll see. 2 Dream Trawlers is our top curve win condition. I mean, you're in Jeskai, I guess, you know, blue, white, Jeskai, whatever. This card's great. It's good against control. It's good against aggro. Overall, a very great card. We have 3 Amarius calls. It's a land, it's a creature, it's angels, whatever. It's so the only thing that I don't like about this card is that it costs 3 life to keep it untapped. So that's why we're running 3 versus 4. It's a great card, but it's 3 life could be big against an aggro format. Here's the big card. This is our primary win condition in a sense, where we take extra turns and we start winning with either just tokens, winning with Showdown, Narset. So like the other reason why I did 4 Conqueror's Death here is because so if Narset dies, we bring Narset back to 5, right? Because Conquer Death will bring Narset back. It gets lowered to counter goes to 5. We can plus this, make it go to 6, take the extra turn, and we get to emblem Narset the following turn. So that's the other reason why I did 4 Conqueror's Dead, for that reason. But also on top of that, I could bring back Dream Trawlers. You can use Dream Trawler to discard, say, like a Yorion or Narset, and then Conqueror's Dead can bring it back. But the Epiphany is there for Narset as a 4 of. You can foretell this. It only cheapens it by, what, 1 mana. But I mean, taking an extra turn, Narset ramping you 1 mana. So we wanted to give it a try as a 4 of. It's a good card. I don't know if it's that strong, but it's a good card. And then 1 to end the curve, we got 1 Ultimatum and 1 Ugin. Ultimatum's a great card, draws you cards, does 5 damage, gains you 5 life, and obviously Ugin, it needs no introduction. It's an Ugin. Everybody knows how strong this card is, but I added 1 in just in case if the board gets too out of hand, we have 1 to clear the board. The lands are pretty simple. You got the basics, you know, there's nothing different here. I didn't want to do any of the castles just because we don't have too many of, say, plains, islands, whatever, you know, that would keep it coming in untapped. So I didn't do any of the castles. Sideboard, it's kind of the first version, or it's kind of, you know, see how it works. Giant killers there against bigger creatures, Naya, what is it, the dragon, Goldspan dragon. It's good against aggro too, because you just cast it as a 1/2 that can be used to, you know, tap things down. We got Magistrate. Magistrate's actually really good. I'm actually liking Magistrate a lot. I might up this to 3. I've tried him in other decks and he was really good, so I brought 2 into here since we have into white. Negates are there for against the control deck, same with the Mystical Disputes. Crush the Weak is there against the aggro decks. It does 2 damage to anything, and then if you foretell, it's only going to cost 1 mana. And Ox of Agus is there against control and like Rakdos and rogue decks. But yeah, so this is the deck. We'll see how it works. We'll get into the matches, start playing some games, and see how it works. But go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and let's go and get into the matches. All right, we're running some Jeskai Yorion. Let's see how this, it's a Jeskai Yorion / Showdown, Narset, shenanigan stuff. See how this deck works out on the ladder. Hey-da. Hey-da. All right, we're on the play. They're playing against a Yorion deck, so they're a little slow, so we'll keep it. Let's see what kind of Yorion deck they're playing, though. Yeah, I'll keep that because I don't have a turn 2 play anyways. So my turn 2 play would be to foretell that, and then my turn 3 play will probably, oh, he's playing like Abzan, I guess, maybe.
So we're gonna foretell this. I wonder if he's like Abzan Yorion or something. Abzan Doom or whatever it's called. If it's Abzan Doom, I think we're in a good position. But if it's like 4-color control or something, then maybe not. Because they have counter spells. But at the moment, it looks like it's Abzan Doom. So I want to play the land, grab Yorion so I can play Showdown the following turn. So play land, grab Yorion. And we're not revealing the red yet to make it think that we're like blue-white, but in reality, we're Jeskai with Showdown. So that's why we didn't do it yet. So now we get to play some Showdowns. Oh no, oh no. Well, I don't really care for that card, but oh no, we lost an Epiphany. I guess we could play this and play this, but then we lose the Showdown. I'd rather blank it, I think, with Yorion. Then that means I'd just lose everything. But then we get more mana, so next turn we could cast more spells, I guess. Let's see, Binding of the Old Gods. All right, well, now we can't blink it, so our plan is just literally play what we have here, huh? Nope. Yep. It also puts a permanent in play for his Doom Foretold, I guess. And then we really only lost one of these Epiphanies. Because the Doom score doesn't really matter in this matchup, but I mean it could. Because he could, you know, cast Yorions and stuff like that, but there's Kaya. I could exile permanent. Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, so we can hit it. We could kill Kaya, I guess. That seems okay. Killing Kaya, huh? Is that worth it? Or should I... So I'm going to use double Epiphany to kill Kaya. Is that worth it? I feel like maybe it's not. Well, but what would I rather be doing here? Because, like, what can he do with Kaya that if he untaps is the question. I guess I can use one of them and then the following turn. Sure, let's do that then. All right, let's put this on. Let's see, we have white. Let's put this on red. Let's just do one of them. We get to kill Kaya regardless with just one of them. The second one, then we can go ahead and escape or foretell it again. Kill Kaya. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could play this, blank the Omen, recast Charming Prince, exile Yorion. Okay. So blank this. Put this on red, I guess. Charming Prince, exile Yorion. They all come back at end step. Triggers. Exile. Oh no, I put the stack wrong. Darn. I don't get to blink the Omen. I put the stack wrong. We should have had the Omen blinked here as well. That's unfortunate. The Omen should have been blinked, and we should have had 2, 4, 6, 8 tokens. Yeah. We could have had lethal here if he didn't, as if he doesn't have a board wipe, is what we're saying. Yorion. That's fine. Yori's. Let's blank this out. Comes back at the end of his step. Glasspool Mimic. That's not what we're looking for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He has Doom Scar. That could be bad. Because otherwise I get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He blocks this, takes 6. Trying to think, what could he have? I mean, Doomscar obviously would be bad. Even Extinction, I guess, because everything's pretty much even. Alright, we're just gonna go for it. We have 2 Mimics. So just gonna play a Mimic as our land drop. We have 2 of them. And then just swing out. If he doesn't have a board wipe, we win with Epiphany here. Alright, let's make sure we do this right, I guess. Oh, it doesn't matter now because they comes just 1. Let's blink these 2. Alright, let's see what you got, opponent. If he doesn't have board wipe, we win the game with Epiphany. Heartless Act, eliminate, sure. That means he doesn't have board wipe, right? Because why would you eliminate it if you have a board wipe? That's the only thing I could think of, right? Why board wipe if you have... I mean, why use eliminate if you have board wipe? Doom Foretold, sure. We lose Yorion, I guess. Actually, no, you lose Omen. Yeah, let's make sure the stack goes right. All right, let me see how I can do this. So we sack Omen, right? We attack, he blocks here, he takes 4, blocks here, so 4, 5, 6, he takes 8, right? He'll take 8. Then we attack again, takes 8, he goes down to 6, so that would be lethal then, right? Okay. So we're gonna scry. Yorion, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't think I need either one of those. Nope. Resolves. Sack this. Yeah, and we also get this. I forgot about that. We also get 2 tokens. Yeah. All right. Got game 1. So we're playing against Abzan Yorion. Abzan Yorion. All right. We probably want the negates. Guess maybe the disputes would be good here. This technically, let's see what we can take out though. All right. So don't think we want the caskets here. Charming Prince, negate, Omen. Forge is technically okay because it feeds Doom Foretold and it can get rid of. So we saw that he plays Landward Visionary. So technically, we can keep it. Let me see if we have anything else though that we could probably take out. Is the question. Doom Scars maybe. Okay, then we can add the Oxes. Think that seems fine. Double Ox and make it an 80 card, sure. Sure. The only bad part about Ox would be is what is it? The Nightmare, Elspeth's Nightmare, because then it exiles your graveyard. So other than that, I think Ox would be just a great card. Because we're gonna be doing a lot of like 1-for-1s here and there, and then we'll just drop the Ox, regain our hand. He kills the Ox, we regain our hand, and so let's see. We have a lot of draw in the deck with Ox, Showdown, Omens, 2, 3 lands. I mean, I guess I could use this to scry stuff. Okay. I'm gonna grab blue, then play that to scry. Now I think I'm gonna grab red. Never mind. With that, I'm pretty sure I go grab red. Acquisition expert. Okay. Let's grab red. Another Yorion, huh? All right, let's scry. I do need the land for sure. I need the land. The Skyclave is what I'm debating on. Maybe I don't need the Skyclave, but if he plays a Doom Foretold, I don't know if that matters. Yeah, we're just gonna take the land. So we're gonna play the land as our land 3, and then we're gonna play Imaria's Call, shock it for 3, whatever, and play Showdown. What the heck? Wait, what? Why do you attack? What am I missing? Oh, so you could return it back from the graveyard. Okay. Sure. I mean, I have a Yorion I could pitch, I guess. It's fine. I could pitch a Yorion. Nope. No attacks. No attacks. Omen of the Dead. Sure. I'm like, why was he attacking? But okay, he's doing it because of that. Sure. Golden Egg, draw the card he kept on top. It's probably a Yorion, I bet. Okay, we're still gonna shock this and play Scald Showdown. This kind of refills our hand in a sense, you know, from that discarding he did. But we hit. I wish you can. I wish. Oh yeah, there's Yorion. Oh, that kind of sucks. Well, we could just discard the land, I guess. We're gonna grab our land anyways from here, so we could discard our land. All right, so we got white, white. Let's see. So put this on blue. We could play Narset, use the plus effect, take it up, and play the Omen. The only thing we didn't get to cast was Epiphany here then. I don't want either one of these. I don't want another Yorion either, though. Don't want another Yorion. That's all of our Yorions, huh? Because there's one in the graveyard and 2 in the hand. That's fine. We have Yorion. We could blink Narset. I wanted to blink the Showdown also, but I didn't want to give up all those cards. World Tree. Yep. Sucks, but there's nothing we can do about that. He has the loop with the Omen of the Dead. He has the loop with Omen of the Dead. Yep. All right. 5. Add white here, I guess. We could play Conquer's Death, exile it. Let's put this on red, I guess, because we have double. Yeah, we have double that stuff. Attack him for 5. Yep. Discard a land, I guess. I mean, our hand's just gone from the one acquisition expert, huh? Omen of the Dead and acquisition expert. It's literally every card in the graveyard right now has been discarded pretty much. Yeah, you get to deal 1 damage to it, sure. We lose our next Yorion. Yeah, it's like an 8-card hand. He drew kind of like the perfect. He drew the kind of the perfect sequence of cards here with what he has so far. Do I put an upkeep stop here so I can see what I get? What if I draw a land though? Resolves. Yep, never mind. Don't want those lands. Skyclave Apparition. Oh, and I can't even cast it. Tap. Oh, come on. Can't even cast it. All right, that's game. Not gonna even bother continuing this. That's game. Could you got that? Go back, girl. I don't think I'm changing anything. He just drew what he needed, I guess, is what happened there. You know. Like we could have drawn Oxes. Yeah, I'm not changing anything. Could have easily have drawn a lot of powerful stuff there, but we just didn't, so fine. All right. That kind of sucks that they both come in tapped like that, but I don't know if I can mull. It's not great, but we have Omen, I guess. What is this? Oh, it's that guy. Like, what is this? It's that guy. Nice. I'll take that. All right, so if he does, let's say Acquisition Expert here. No, he doesn't have it. He has Golden Egg. He has the Goosarino Egg. All right, Lan is fine. I think Charming Prince is not. Lan is fine. So we're going to use the Fable Passage to grab red. We're going to use it to grab red. Because we need that for Narset. We're going to hold up Dispute here. And we're going to leave the Omen in play for his Doom Foretold. All right, so use this to grab red. And we're just going to draw a card off Narset. Because there's no reason to plus it here. So we're just going to draw a card. Decline. All right, we got spells. We got lands. So, I mean, we don't got powerful stuff technically, but we have lands and spells. If he has Binding of the Gods, yeah, okay. All right, well, we have ECD to take care of that. Let's hope he doesn't have ECD of his own, though, to deal with my ECD, because if he does, then that could be bad. Then it could turn into a random grind fest. We drew Charming Prince. That's not bad. That's fine. We could exile that now. So blank, blank, exile. And it's mana's text. And we get to draw a card here. Yep. Take care of that. We have Charming Prince to keep redoing this over and over and over and over. I'll take the Omen. I don't want that one though. So now he could play what? So he goes up to 6 mana, he can play a 4 mana spell. That's fine. I don't care about that. Alright, what am I giving up though? So what am I doing next turn? I'm gonna do Charming Prince, this, and this, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I give up Dispute, I can do that. Because I don't know if I'm going to draw a land. So that's the other thing. I mean, I technically drew a land, but it's not necessarily what you know what I mean? So blue, white. Let's play this as this. Blue, white. Let's play Omen. Oh, I didn't need the land. Why did I do that? I should have discarded that. Okay. Showdown, Charming Prince, sure. Let's go to combat, attack. I didn't count my mana right. And I shocked for no reason then. So exile this. Yep, that should lock it up. All right. All right, here we go. We're trying some Jeskai Yorion. Jeskai Blink. Jeskai take turns. I don't know what kind of Yorion deck we're playing against. This doesn't... Okay, we'll try it. We don't want to mulligan, though. If it's a control version, then it's the control version, I guess. So that could be bad for us. I mean, it could be the Genesis Ultimatum. What the? Never mind. Okay. What are we playing against here? It says at the beginning of your end step, you may exile an enchantment card. So just in case, let's exile this. Not sure what we're playing against. So that's an interesting. Maybe it's 4-color Abzan enchantments or something. I don't know. Let's find out. I could always cast this as a 5-mana cost card, obviously, but it would have been nice to cast it as a 2-drop. So let's play this. And then we'll just play the Omen. Because I don't know what our opponent is doing yet. So yeah, he has blue, green, red, black. So he's 4 colors. That's fine. That is okay, opponent. Ooh. Epiphany's obviously a great card. I don't think I need the Omen here, though. I do want the Epiphany, but I also... So my next play is... I already have my turn 5 play, and I have my turn 6 play. Don't have my turn 6 play, actually. Okay, I'm going to keep the Epiphany. I'm going to bottom this. The reason why I'm keeping Epiphany here is... So let's play Skyclave first. So the reason why I'm keeping Epiphany here is... So my turn 3 play... Or what am I saying? My turn 3 play... My turn 5 play is play this guy. My turn 6 play is put this in the Foretell zone and grab Yorion. That's why I did it the way I did it. Ooh, just naturally drew a Yorion, though. So what do I need? We got double white. We got triple blue. I guess I need another red here just to be safe. I don't think I attack. I'm just going to cast this. I mean, I don't know if they play counter spells. Because this kind of gives me the hint that he doesn't play counter spells and he's just an enchantment deck. But I could be like completely wrong. I have, you know what I mean? But that doesn't give me the hint of counter spells. Like I said, I could be completely wrong, and then it just backfires. All right, so what are we calling here? I'm gonna try enchantment. Darn. Oh, is that why it doesn't give us instant? Because we don't play any instants in the deck? Ah, that makes sense. Okay. So that's why it doesn't give me the option of playing an instant. Path to the World Tree. Playing 5 colors, man. Opponent's playing 5-color Yorion. Five-color yours. Heartless Act, okay. Doomscar is pretty bad to draw there. So 2, 4, 5, 6. This requires 6. You gain 2 life, draw 2 cards, your opponent loses 2 life. 2 damage up to 1 creature, you could 2/2. I could Yorion blink it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could Yorion blink this. He gets a 3/3, but I take the path of the tree. Is that worth it? Could also blink this. He gets this. I take the token. That might just be better, I guess. Okay, let's attack first. So I'm going to put this on, since it puts it to the bottom, right? For all the cards revealed this way, chosen a card to rest at the bottom of your library in any order. Okay, so it puts it back into the bottom. So I don't need multiple round card. Don't need the triple. So we'll do this. So let's blank, blank, blank. Casket takes the token. Skyclave could take this if I need it. But let's first see what I hit. At the beginning of your end step, you may exile an enchantment card from your graveyard. If you do, create a 2/2 black zombie. I feel like I need to, but it costs 6 mana. Like, is he really going to do that? I feel like he's just going to Yorion blink here. And if he's going to Yorion blink, is it just better to take the Omen? Because then it draws some cards, where this just gets him a land. One, two, three, four, five, six. I need not those, I guess. I'm like, I need not those, I guess. All right, let's see what opponent can do. Yeah, he gets to blink the path, the omen. Sure. So I guess he did want to do that. Interesting. I guess then at the end step, he can create another 2/2. That's fine. Interesting that he went that path. I wouldn't have thought he would have done that, but... All right. Can't do that with that. I could Doomscar the board. Attack, Doomscar the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know if that's worth it. I could just put it down and then do it later. So 1, 2, 3, grab Yorion, put it down, play this. I could then put this down too. One, two, three, four, five, 6 cards. All right, let's attack. I could take the extra churn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There'd be 7. Put this on white. All right, I'm gonna take the extra churn. I can hit him for 6 with this. If I would drew an untapped land, then it would have been better for us, but okay. So let's scry. Don't need that. I'm just gonna grab Yorion here and hold up Forge/Omen. Yeah, we'll do that. What to do? What to do? Take 6? Sure. I gain 2 back, so if I'm taking 6, I'm taking technically 4, because I mean I gain 2 back. Then Yorion can blink in, I gain another 2 back there, so I think it's fine. And if he's attacking, I mean these are flyers obviously, but if he's attacking, I'm assuming there's a board wipe coming out maybe. I mean, obviously, like I said, these are flyers, so you can't block anyways, but we'll see. Timber of Calls, sure. Yeah, so he's just an enchantment deck. 5-color enchantment deck. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you could blink with Yorion to create dudes again. That's fine. So I'm going to do Omen of the Forge, probably ping him, depending on what he does here. Then clear the board, I guess. Yeah. Wow, Nico too, huh? Up to 1 target creature you control can't be blocked this turn. Whenever this creature does damage, they return it to the owner's hand. Interesting. 2 to the bottom. All right. So we have 3, 6, 7, 8 mana, right? We have 8 mana. I could hit him for he blocks there. I can Omen the Forge, then kill it. I think I'm gonna play this one then. Narset. That's actually not bad of a card here. I could use it to kill the Yorion. One, two, three, four. Let's kill this. 4, 5, 6. Let's just attack with these guys, obviously. Hit him for 6. Hit him for 2. Blinky. Hit him for more 2s. Dance of the Mance. Okay. And we get to see more of his deck too, so that's good. Ugin. Oh, holy crap. Alright, that's, I mean, it resolves. I can't do anything about that. If he does -5, I could let it resolve and then Omen of the Forge the board. So block, I'm taking, what, 6 again? Can Omen the Forge it if I want. He has to clear the board, otherwise he's just dead. He has to do -5, yeah, okay. So that resolves. He has 4 cards in his hand. Got Omen the Forge it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Forge him. ECD. There's nothing there. Oh, this is a little risky, but okay. Let's do 2 damage here. Let's get rid of the Ugin. All right, let's see what happens. He plays an Ugin in this deck too. Interesting. If he has another Ugin, like, I mean, you can have Binding the Gods, I guess, but I don't really care if Nightmare or Conqueror's Death dies here. Yeah, Binding the Gods. Sure. We have, okay. Path to the World Tree, sure. We're playing against some pretty spicy decks here. That's gonna resolve. I need to get it now, I guess. Either need another Omen of the Forge here, or I don't know actually. Yeah, Omen of the Forge is probably the only thing I could get here. Because otherwise he's gonna gain 2 life here. Alright, let's see. There was no response. There it is. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's game. There it is. Omen of the Forge. Yay! We got that one. All right, let's look at his graveyard now. So he's just an enchantment deck. So yeah, just an enchantment deck. Okay. 5-color enchantments, huh? All right. So he's an enchantment deck. We probably don't, I mean, I don't think we care for that, right? I do want the negates 100%, probably the disputes as well. I think this technically does, and then it exiles it. Is that just better than Doomscar? Let's see. To each creatures dealt this way would die this turn that gets exiled instead. All right, let's see what we're cutting. What are we cutting here? Like I said, I don't think Doomscar is not great here, so I don't think we leave that in. I think we could cut the caskets, to be honest. The Omens of the Forges should be enough, hopefully. I could also just add... I could add the Crush the Weak, but then... sorcery speed, or would I just try to destroy everything here? Keep 2 caskets in play, I guess. But the problem with Casket is because he plays Ugin and Binding of the Gods. That's the problem with Casket. So then he gets his card back. But if I'm hitting tokens, it shouldn't matter, I guess. Alright, I'm just going to bring these 2 in, maybe. Let's try that. See if that works. Not sure if it's the best line to play, but we'll see. Light this up. Opponent capped. We have Omen, Prince, lands. Alright. Obviously, Prince is not going to do anything, but he has a duress in his hand. Oh, man. We literally kept for that reason, though. Alright, we're going to grab something out of the deck. Gotta grab white. Otherwise, we can't play Charming Prince anyways, so. Duress. My opponent duressed me. Okay, drew another land. Guess let's scry then. Let's scry Reno. Omen is fine. I don't want another land though. Omen is a-okay, but land not so much. Okay. That kind of sucked. So duress into Nightmare is a pretty good churn against a control deck. We got red. I guess I could put this on blue. I could just play the Fable Passage also to grab another white. Gonna lose this, I guess, or whatever I hit with this. All right. I guess let's crack this first, so that way I don't like shuffle the deck again. We'll grab white, then we'll play this. I guess we could leave Charming Prince there and that there. Withdraw that. Play Charming Prince. He discards our Crush the Weak here. Sure. So he's gonna discard Crush the Weak here. We could play Charming Prince and then what's it called? Foretell that. I mean, it's not, we're not in nowhere near a great shape, but Path to the World Tree, yep. So he's getting his some stuff going now, sort of. He gets to grab a 3rd color now. Yep. I wonder what red could do for him. I guess he just needs it maybe just for this. Or unless he plays like Tybalt or something. Okay. Let's scry. If it doesn't die, ooh, negate and I think they're both technically fine, right? I think negate might be better though. Maybe I don't need this. All right, I'm gonna leave it there because I get Yorion anyways, but I'm gonna keep the negate and I'm gonna foretell this. Hopefully that doesn't bite me. Exiles my graveyard. He only currently has 1, 2, 3 colors. He's missing. Oh, he has red in his hand. That's 4. He's missing white. White. There's the red. Timber of Coals. Sure. Yorion, Binding the Gods. All right. So put this on below. Let's play this. Let's exile these 2. No attacks. Make sure the trigger goes right. Exile this. Narset. And Skyclave. I need lands though. What did he exile? Oh, he exiled Nightmare. I need lands. Do I keep these? Maybe I could keep the Skyclave, the Narset, maybe not. But then again, Narset's a great card anyway, so... He's probably going to blink with Yorion. I mean, one got milled, one's there, so maybe he doesn't have Yorion. I'm trying to think, what could I hit with this what would I want this for? I'm going to just keep the Narset. Because at the end step, it triggers, brings it back, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, so he does play Tibble. Okay. I was wondering if there was a reason. Obviously, there's this, but I figured he ran Tibble because there's no reason not to if you're running these colors. Maybe I was supposed to keep, because now he has white mana, Path of the World Tree. Yeah, maybe I was supposed to keep it. And it costs, oh, he could do it right now. What am I saying? He could activate Path of the World Tree right now. So maybe he went Binding the Old Gods instead. Sure. All right, well, in that case, I guess I should have kept the... Okay. One, two, three, four, five, six. Let's remove the binding, I guess. Let's attack. If I could draw, so the reason I attacked is because if I could draw, I drew a land. I drew a land, but it's coming in tapped. I was like, if I draw a land, then I could play this and I hit him another for 4 and then hit him for 6. So that would have been 10. He would have been down to 6. I guess I'm just going to keep them both on top. This is my land. That'll be Skyclave, and I'll get to hold up negate. So that's the reason why I'm doing it. 2 to the top. Ooh, spicy. 2 to the top. Well, his mana is going to be taxed here next turn. Do we have anything? We have, oh, Duress. That's a good one. It's a good one. It's a good one, opponent. Grabs that, sure. Let's scry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We don't need that, so bottom that. I'm gonna play Skyclave here, take the World Tree so that he can't blink it, so he can't cast it, blah, blah, blah. Attack. He's down to 14. We get to use to bring back Narset, so that's the other thing, is I didn't really care. Sure, that's fine. Because I'm getting Narset back. Oh, we get to ultimate Narset because he discarded it from our hand. All right, here we go. So return the Planeswalker. Yep, there it is. There we go. And that should lock us up, or yeah, that should take us up to tier 3 right there. All right, nice.
All right, so here we go. We're doing some Jeskai Yorion. Let's see how we run it. Jeskai Yorion. Out of the blocks, huh? Out of the blocks. All right, run and play. Nope. Yep. Can't keep that. 2-lander, not do nothing hand. All right, we have spells here, so we're gonna keep this one. We can foretell Doomscar, and then I mean we got lands. Bottom of Mario's Call because we don't want to shock ourselves. So let's see. Let's see what our opponent is playing though. Try land first. All right. Ooh, Showdown of Skalds was a nice draw. Foretell this. We can have a turn 3 add Yorion to our hand. Turn 4 play Shadow of the Skalds. So he's a Rakdos. Okay. I haven't played against Rakdos yet, so let's see. Raktarino. Alright, so I think it's just play land here, grab Yorion because we don't have anything else to play. We will either play the plains here or put that on blue, but I'd rather just play, I think, the basic land here just in case. I'm not really sure if I need the blue or the white. I'd rather just play the plains since it's white regardless. Grab Yori's, and then next turn we just play Showdown of the Skalds. Unless he puts too much out on the board, we're probably just going to play Showdown. We're But if he puts a lot onto the board, that looks like it's probably a Doomscar ability right here. Because I don't want to be taking 6. If I take 6 this turn and then, go down to 12 and then play Showdown, it's like, can't let them set up a field here. It's going to be too strong. We got to keep our life total kind of high. Crux is fine because we have Showdown. We could ditch this Yorion. We have 2 Yorions. We could discard Yorion. There was a pause. So does that mean there's a village rights? See, there's a pause. So he's holding priority. That means he has village rights, I'm assuming. Yep. All right, there it is. Gave him some few cards, so kind of sucks, but we got Showdown of Skalds, so we can start gaining advantage here. We hit 2 lands. Okay, I'll take that. It sucks that we lost Ultimatum because we're not going to be able to play Ultimatum. But, ooh, I'll keep that card. But we get to play Dream Trawler. Dream Trawler. So if he let's see what he does. But I mean, he can bring out, I think, Cruxa here if he wants to bring it out. I could easily discard just a land because I have Mountain. And then I bring out Dream Trawler. It sucks that like I said, it sucks that I lost Ultimatum, but it is what it is. All right, so I discard. Oh, I can't discard land because Epiphany, huh? That's. I forgot Epiphany's on top of the deck. And I don't know if I'm gonna draw another land on top of that. So, guess I could just discard this. Showdown's great. Yorion's good. I think I just have to discard this. Yeah, like I said, I couldn't discard the land because I don't know if I'm gonna draw another land. And the land itself equals 7 mana for the Epiphany. So I could have discarded Yorion, but I guess Omen, I'm not playing Omen anytime soon anyways, so goodbye Yorion this time then. And if he does another discard outlet, we have to discard Showdown. If he tries to target my Dream Trawler, discard Showdown. And then, so let's see what happens. Does he have a village rights in his hand or something? What's the pause for? Or does he have like a kill spell or something? So we're gonna draw. Dream Trawler becomes a 4. We're gonna attack. It becomes a 5. So we're gonna hit, and then the Scald's gonna put a counter on it. So we hit him for 6 here, and then next turn we hit him for 8. So we're gonna hit him for 14 damage in 2 turns. All right, so play land, crack it, go grab a whatever. And let's see what source we can grab. I think we go 1, 2, 3. I think we grab blue. Play Epiphany. Put a counter, attack for 6. Draw, take an extra turn, draw a card. Okay, well, Fable Passage. Alright, let's see. Another land! Another land arena! Alright, let's play Showdown of the Skalds. Get some card advantage. Ooh, Casket was a good draw. Nice! Get this Crux out of here. Get this Crux out of my face. So we're going to crack this. We're going to play Omen of the Sea just so we can get the extra draw trigger on Dream Trawler to gain life. So we're going to do it regardless, so there's no reason to hold it off. We're a tap out deck, not a control deck. There we go. Boom. We're going to hit him for 7, 8, 9. And then attack for lethal next turn. Finished. Finished. Yeah, we're going to hit him for 9 this turn. And then next turn, we're going to play Omen, put counters on, draw more cards. We have 3 cards to discard for Dream Trawler's effect. They don't play board wipes. Dream Trawler's not leaving. All right, so we got that against them. All right, let's see. What do? I think I only... The Dreneth, I guess, is good against the Cruxa reanimation. The Ox, obviously, since it's discarding our hand. Now the tough part is what to cut. So Omen of Forge doesn't kill Cruxa. It doesn't kill that new doesn't kill Bone Crusher, and it doesn't kill that new creature that can sack something. Obviously, it can still kill and the one ECD. Obviously, it can still kill Minor Triton and the other guy, the 3/2 that can sack cards, but it doesn't kill some of the bigger cards. I was debating on if I want to cut one of the epiphanies for the giant killers, so that way, because the giant killer can keep Crux a tap down. So yeah, he gets the trigger off the first effect of coming out, but then it can be used to never let Crux attack anymore. This is not going to work. We have a one lander. Okay, it's much better. We have 4 lands because it's a glass pool mimic, but we have 3 lands. Omen, Triland, Yorion, we drew Yorion. Skyclave Shade. Well, I wasn't expecting that, but I guess that makes sense. Omen's, I guess, good against killing that too now and then, huh? Well, we know for the next turn. Tamarat of Coals. There's that guy. That's the guy I was talking about. That just got milled. Omen cannot kill that. Narset, Skyclave. I think Skyclave is good. The only thing I'm debating here, I'm pretty sure I'm keeping Skyclave. The only thing I'm debating here is if I keep Narset. He already has 5 power on the board. I don't think I should keep this Narset because he has 5 power on board. He could kill Narset right off the bat. Even if I plus it, he can kill it. Like I cast it and it just instantly dies. Or I use Skyclave as a chump blocker, but Skyclave I keep. Ooh, Casket's a good troll. Alright. Temporary calls. I think I'm supposed to play Skyclave here, take the calls, just so he can't fill up the graveyard. We don't want him to fill up the graveyard, so Cruxa goes into there and stuff like that. And I don't mind taking a little bit of damage here, because we're still at 17, so we still have a decent life total buffer. So I'll go down 12. Let's see. We'll go down to 12 for sure because we're not blocking anything. Duress. No. My casket. My casket's gone. My casket. I was going to use that to take the Skyclave Shade. All right, we're taking 5. So let's see what we can do. Strider. Ooh, Omen's actually good. So originally I was gonna play the Glasspool Mimic and copy Skyclave, but we drew Omen. I'm just gonna play Omen and then use Yorion to start flashing cards. So that changed things up. And that's what's good about Glasspool Mimic, because we can use it on cards like Skyclave Apparition, Dream Trawler. But I did want that casket, but we lost it. So our secondary play now is play the Glasspool Mimic since it comes in tapped and just play Omen. Now the Omen gains us 2 life. We go up to 14. We have 2 chump blockers. So let's see what they do though. They only got 2 cards in their hand, so that's good for us. 1 to the top, so I guess that's a good card. Rankle. Well, we get to dodge the effect of sacrifice a creature though because of Omen. So I don't really mind this card, him playing this card. Interesting. He attacked the 0-1. Okay. So I can just use one of the tokens to block the Skyclave Shade, use Apparition to blind the 0-2, and then we'll just do this. We're taking 3, 6, 7, 8. So we go to 6, and then if he wants to make us sack a creature, we can sack. Alright. Let's see what modes he's gonna choose. If he makes us discard a card, I have to give up ECD because I need the land for Yorion. Obviously, if I knew I was going to draw a land, I'd discard the land. But since you don't know what you're going to draw, you have to get rid of the card that's least impactful here. And I need the Yorion so I could blink Skyclave, Omen, the two Omens. And he has no. I mean, he has one card in his hand. Darn, and we did end up drawing the land. All right, so I could attack for 3 here, and then blink Yorion, create more tokens. All right, so Yorion, let's see, we blink Skyclave, we blink. Oh no! What? I targeted the token. I also clicked Omen. Oh, I'm so bad. That's hilarious. I targeted my token. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh my gosh. All right, well, we're still targeting this wrinkle regardless, but that's hilarious. Oh my gosh. I know. Oh. Now I don't even get the card advantage from the Omen. That's funny. We drew no cards. Oh man. Oh, that's hilarious. I messed up. That's a punt, but I think we're still fine. That was a punt, but I think we're still fine. Can't believe I targeted my token and not the. I mean, I know I clicked the Omen, but I guess it just didn't. It didn't click all the way through or something because I know I clicked it. But either way, I can't believe I targeted that. All right, let's put this on red because we do play Ultimatum. All right, he decided to concede, so still won, but wow, that was. Hey everyone, welcome to the Sideboard Guide. Thanks for joining me. As you just saw those matches, I played against some of the top decks. You know, we played against Rakdos, we played against a Doom deck, and then we played against some other different decks. You know, but overall there were some decks, some solid decks. Obviously, the meta is still settling down. You know, so it's going to take time to actually find out what the best deck of the format is. But we did pretty well so far. We're here in Platinum, whatever. It's doing pretty well with the deck. It's a Showdown of the Skalds deck, and obviously Showdown of the Skalds is a very powerful card. So I wanted to give this a try. And so, yep, let's go and get it. But before we get into the sideboard guide of how I sideboard against these decks, of course, everyone has a different take on how to sideboard. So this is my way of sideboarding. My way might be different than yours, but this is how I was sideboarding against these matchups. So, but before we get into that, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, click the notification. I post videos weekly. On average, I'm posting between like 3 videos a week, so that way you get the notification of a new deck tech I posted. I always post a deck with a sideboard guide, and then, you know, unless it's a best of 1 deck, I'll always post it with a sideboard guide. And as always, check the description of the video. It has the Stream Decker link, so you can export this deck to Arena if you want to play it. It has my link to my Twitch if you want to watch me live streaming these. Follow me there. But yeah, go ahead and subscribe, hit that notification, hit that like button, check the description, and let's get into the deck tech. Deck tech sideboard guide, I guess. So as you saw, we played against those matchups. We did pretty well. I mean, the decks that we were playing, I mean, we were doing pretty well. Like, I don't think in any of the games we were really like far behind. And then one of the games that we were like almost dead, we came back and still won. So, but let's see, we're gonna do a sideboard guide I'm gonna do it against only 4 decks right now, and then I'll give you a general sense of the other deck. But since the meta is still settling, you know, it's changing still because Kaldheim is still kind of new. I'm going to give you a sideboard guide of decks that I know will be played, and then afterwards I'm going to give you a general sense, like against aggro, against control, stuff like that. So the first deck that, as you saw one of the matches, is Rakdos. Rakdos is going to be around because they got that new Predator card. It's a good card for them. It gives them another sack outlet. It's an indestructible card, gets counters. And so against Rakdos, what I like to bring in is I like to bring in 2 Draenei Magistrates, and I like to bring in the Alvz here. And the Draenei Magistrate is to stop them from casting their cards from their graveyard. So their, what is it? Their Cruxa, their Woe Striders, they can't cast any of those cards from their because it can only cast cards from their hand. And it's a 1/3 body, so Bone Crusher can't kill this. So that's why I like this against the Rakdos deck. And then obviously Ox, because they're making you discard cards with Cruxa, or if they're gonna bring in like Duresses, Agonizing Remorses, and Ox can refill your hand if your hand gets too low. Obviously you're playing Showdown, so it probably won't happen, but it's a possibility. And then what I take out, so I bring in those 4 cards, and what I take out is I like to take out 1 Elspeth Conquers that, just because some of their, like Cruxa, you can't exile Cruxa. Obviously you can exile Woe Strider and the Predator and the stuff like that, but I like to cut one of these just because it can't hit Cruxa, and that's a pretty big thing. I cut one of the Alrun's Epiphany because it's a really high cost card, and I mean, you could most likely get to the turn for it, but I cut one just because I don't want a high cost card in there. And I cut 2 Omen in the Forges because this can't kill Cruxa, can't kill it can kill Woe Strider, but it can't kill Cruxa, it can't kill Bone Crusher, and it can't kill the Predator. So I cut 2 of these and leave 1 in, and the caskets and all that is what we keep in. So once again, we cut the 2 Draenei we bring in the 2 Draenei Magistrates, 2 Oxes, and we cut the Conquer's Death, Epiphany, and Omen in the Forge. So that's what I do against the Rakdos deck. Now, the next deck that I have a sideboard guide again for is the Doom decks. Either it be Abzan, it'd be Esper, it'd be, whatever it is, the Doom decks. And so what I bring in against the Doom decks is I bring in 3 Negates, 2 Mystical Disputes, and 2 Oxes. The Negates and Mystical Disputes, obviously, to counter their spells. They're a spell deck, Doom Foretold, Dance of the Mans, Eerie Ultimatum, whatever. It's all that. So we bring in those counter spells. And then the Ox I bring in, so since I'm going to probably be doing a lot of tapping out here, they're going to try to be making me discard or sacrifice with, Doom Foretold. This can kind of refill the hand. So I bring that in for that reason. And what I cut out is like the removal, the board wipe, stuff like that, because it's useless against them. They're a spell deck. So I cut out the 4 Caskets and the 3 Doom Scars. I leave in the Forge because it's good. Still do 2 damage to them or hit like a Skyclave Apparition. So I cut out the 4 Caskets and the 3 Doom Scars and bring in the 3 Negates, 2 Disputes, and 2 Oxes. So that's what I do against the Doom decks. So once again, I bring in 3 Negates, 2 Disputes, 2 Oxes, and cut 4 Caskets and 3 Doom Scars. That's against the Doom decks. Now, the next deck that you might see, or I don't know, what am I saying? You will see would be a Rogue deck. Obviously, Rogues are still strong in the format. It's going to stay like that for a while. It was good in the last format. It's going to stay good in this format. We don't have too much against Rogues. I mean, we do, but we don't. Against Rogues, I would say having more Oxes would be good, but at the moment, we have it too. If you've seen a lot of Rogue decks, for sure add more Oxes. But as far as this goes, what I bring in against Rogues is I bring in 3 Negates, 2 Disputes, and 2 Oxes. Obviously, counter their stuff, and Ox has Escape. And what I cut out is obviously 4 Elspeth Conquer's Death. The only 3 costs or higher they play is the Laura, so this doesn't hit anything on their field. And I cut 2 Alrun's Epiphanies because it's a high cost card. And so most likely this just easily gets countered by John of the Lock. So once again, I bring in the 3 Negates, 2 Disputes, 2 Oxes. I cut the 4 Elspeth Conquer's Dead, and I cut the 2 Epiphanies. That's against Rogues. The last deck that I'm going to do a deck tech to, or a cyber guide to, would be like Naya Adventures. It was big the first week of Kaldheim. It's been kind of dropping in popularity, but I mean, I think it'll stick around for a while just because Gruul was such a strong deck in the last format, and now with the addition of Showdown of the Skalds, it should still be a deck that you'll see a lot. And so what I bring against them is I bring in 3 Giant Killers and 2 Dreadnoughts of Magistrates. Giant Killer is there to kill like Love Struck Beast, kill Questing Beast, and then you can play it and keep their creatures tapped down. And Dreadnought Magistrate is to stop their adventure cards and to stop Showdown of the Skalds. When this is in play, they can't play any of the cards from Showdown of the Skalds, or they can't play any of the cards they adventured. So I love this for that. And if you've seen a lot more, originally I had more copies of this because I saw a lot more Naya Adventures, but since it's been on the decline a little bit, I only have it at 2. But if you're seeing a lot of them, this card's good against them. So I bring in 3 Giant Killers and 2 Dreadnoughts, and what I cut out is I cut 2 Shark Typhoons because it's slow, they're an aggro-ish deck, it's, you know, mid-range, whatever. On turn 3, creating a 1/1, it's not really going to do anything against them, so I cut 2 of these. I cut 2 Alvz Epiphanies because once again it's slow, we might die by then. And I cut 1 Omen of the Sun because they're going to be casting 5/5s and 4/4s and whatnot. And what I do, and that's what I cut, and I bring those in. So once again, I bring in 2 Dreadnoughts, 3 Giant Killers, I cut 2 Shark Typhoons, 2 Alvz Epiphanies, and 1 Omen of the Sun. So that's against Naya Adventures. Now you're going to see other decks, you're going to see like aggro decks and stuff like that. So let me explain the sideboard a little bit so that way you understand it. So Giant Killer is there for the big end creatures and the aggro decks. You could cast this against aggro decks and just tap their creatures down. Against the big creatures, you can destroy their creatures and then cast it as a creature to bring their creature down. Dreadnought Magistrate is there against the Showdown decks, the Adventure decks, the Foretold cards. This stops foretelling decks. So this card's good against that. Even against what is it? The Emergent Ultimatum or something like that, the Sultai one. This is good against that because they can't even cast any of those cards. So that's what this is for. Negates and Mystical Disputes, obviously counter spells against control decks or whatnot. Crush the Weak is against aggro decks because you can foretell this and then later in the turn game, do it for 1 mana, do 2 damage to everything, and then it exiles everything. So that's another key card that could be key, the exile clause, so lowers can't bring cards back, whatnot. And then Ox is obviously against control and rogue decks. So if you're playing, if you're playing against like control decks, what you want to do is you want to cut these like Doom Scars, board wipes, removals. You want to cut board wipes and removals. So if I'm playing against control, I'm going to cut 3 Doom Scars, 4 Caskets, and I'm going to bring in the 3 negates, 2 Mystical Disputes, and 2 Oxes. So if I play against control, that's what I do. If I'm playing against like aggro decks, I want to cut the higher curve cards and bring in lower curve cards. So if I'm playing against like aggro, I'll bring in the 3 Giant Killers, I'll bring in the 2 Crush the Weaks here, and what I'll cut is probably I'll cut 2 Epiphanies here. I'll probably cut like 2 of the Elspeth Conquers Deaths here. I'll probably cut maybe even a 3rd one or something like that because it probably just can't even do anything. So maybe 2 Epiphanies and 3 Conquers that, then just bring in the 5. So that's what I would do it against like aggro. I mean, you should have a decent matchup against aggro just because you're running 4 Caskets, 3 Omens of the Forges, Omen of the Sun, Skyclave Apparitions, Doom Scars, Narset. So you have an against aggro decks, but that's what I would do. So, I mean, that's what the general, the control and aggro matchup, that's a general sideboard guide, but the other ones were specific of how I sideboard it. But yeah, so that's how I sideboard. Of course, if you want a sideboard guide for a specific deck that I didn't mention, drop a comment down below in the video and I'll go ahead and reply to the comment and I'll tell you how I would sideboard against that deck. But other than that, this is the sideboard guide. But yeah, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like notification, follow me on Twitch, check the description of the video. It has the Stream Decker link there, has my Twitch, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you for watching.